Hi, I'm Todd Cook. Welcome back to the kitchen for another episode of Polymer eClub's Ask the Cook. We're here to talk about polymers and polymer application to help you answer the question, what do you need to know to add polymer skills to your career? One of the most important properties of thermoplastics is that they can be melted again and again and again without much harm. One would think that this could lead to them being recycled into first-use products after a first-use product has reached the end of its useful life. Indeed, though, there's a lot of regulatory barriers to being able to put recycled materials from post-consumer back into brand new consumer goods. This is an area of great concern to me and to the polymer industry over the availability of recycling as a pathway. Now, in an industrial process, when you're inside the factory making a part, it's very common for the runner systems on injection molded parts and for the trim edges on extrusion parts to simply be reground and fed back to the process. It's making them to make more product, taking advantage of this remelting capability of the thermoplastic. Because these materials haven't been aged or haven't been modified, they haven't been damaged really through any kind of process or exposure to UV, oxygen, and the like, they are generally easy to recycle under these conditions, and the adverse effects are very minimal. I've worked in products, and you might be very surprised by some of these products that have very high recycled content, and the products just look and work great. The engineering has been done to take advantage of virgin material, say, at the surface and put some recycled material underneath, those kinds of things. So that's been handled. It's very commonly practiced in the industry. Post-consumer, though, that after the useful life of a product and recycling hasn't been practiced to the degree that it should, and I think regulatory impacts are probably part of the reason. The recycling processes involve cleaning this material. Dry it out so that the resin is in proper condition to be able to be remolded or re-extruded. The amount of material that can be recycled is relatively low, and returning feedstocks to the process from disparate sources all over the place, because you have to truck these materials back in, makes these things a little more expensive than you might think. You've probably seen like inexpensive jewelry trinkets and those kinds of things that have been produced from material that has been recovered from the ocean. And if you think about it, I mean, recovering something from the ocean, how long would it take you to get to that something, get it, and then get it back? There's an awful lot of fuel and processing and handling involved that has to come out in the price of the product, otherwise it isn't viable to do so. I just think it's important to consider that we ought to reduce regulation where regulation is restricting the reuse of these materials in a place that it's safe. If it's not doing harm, let's take advantage of the fact that these materials can be remelted and remade into things in order to make great products for the future. If there's a need, let's prove that there's no harm done, right? Let's do the scientific studies to figure that out. Knowing the facts about recycling and some things about how recycling regulations are impacting the practice of recycling, well, that's working knowledge. Those are the kinds of things we share with you here at this community at Polymer eClub, Ask the Cook. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and even share if you appreciate the content. You can follow a link in the description below the video here to learn more about Polymer eClub and our community and how you can get involved. I'm Todd Cook for Polymer eClub, Ask the Cook. Thanks for watching.